You need to get down on your knees.
I haven't done anything wrong.
Get on your knees now.
Breaking news video of a Charlotte County deputy shooting a man to death. Thank you for counting on Gulf Coast News. I'm Kelly Burns.
And I'm Peter Bush. The deputy was responding to an argument over a painted light bulb. Gulf Coast News reporter Jackie Gunther has an exclusive interview with the neighbor who called for help. She joins us live in Charlotte County.
The deputy tried to get a man to go back into his apartment, but he didn't listen. And now we're seeing him get tased and shot.
So let's do it or not do it. What are we gonna do?
What are you threatening?
Do it or not do it.
Are you threatening?
Do it or not do it.
You see Deputy Timothy Poole pull out his taser at a condo on Saxony Circle last month. Daniel Birch tells him to tase him. You can see Birch swatting at the taser, which does not faze him. That is when the deputy draws the gun, calls for backup, and demands him to get on his knees.
Go ahead and send me backup. Subject tried to attack me. Got him at gunpoint right now. You need to get down on your knees.
Birch gets closer, and he also swats at the gun. Shortly after, the deputy shoots 3 rounds, with 2 hitting Birch. We're freezing that part of the video.
Fired, shots fired. You can't come at me like that.
You can see immediately after the deputy gets medical aid to help Birch.
Sit up so I can help you. Sit up so I can help you.
Why'd you do that to me?
Sit up so I can.
Birch died the next day in the hospital. This all started when neighbor Terry Beggs confronted Birch about a light bulb that was painted black. He tells me despite his health struggles since the incident, he hopes the deputy and Birch's family are doing okay.
I hope the deputy's okay. I really do. I really do. And I feel sorry for Dan's family. I really do. I really do. I'll get over the mental stuff and the, the shakiness, hopefully. But I'm more concerned about them. They've been through more than I have.
As for Deputy Poole, he has served with CCSO for 22 years and he is currently on administrative paid leave as protocol as the investigation continues. Reporting in Charlotte County, Jackie Gunther, Gulf Coast News.
Man, Jesus, my Lord. I'm kind of at a loss for words, guys. Charlotte County. I seen Charlotte. I was originally thinking this was in North Carolina, but rest in peace to this young man. I am Trailhand Bill reporting live from South Florida on a very confusing Monday night. Prayers and condolences to his family. I will put a video that shows more about the situation on the end of my commentary. I didn't want to put it on the front because those are the things that YouTube is very sensitive about, and I didn't want to take a chance, man. I do think that this story needs some attention. Not that I'm lost to the idea that it's probably already been widely reported on the internet all over every platform. I'm just getting to it. And I don't think it hurts to tell it again, man, from another perspective. Shout out to the homie who kept mentioning this in the comment section. I didn't know what the hell he was talking about. I hope this is the story that you were talking about. You didn't provide a link. You just kept saying Timothy Poole. And so I just did some research on that, and this is what came up. And if it's not what you were talking about, I apologize. But again, I do think that this story deserves more notoriety, if I can use that term. I'm literally at a loss for words. I don't back the Johnnies. What that gentleman had to say who was involved in that situation, he kept reiterating. Well, he started reiterating, and I think he overemphasized that he hoped the cop is okay. I'm a little confused there, sir. I think the cop used unnecessary force and he murdered a man, so I don't know why you were so concerned about him. And it seemed, I'm definitely projecting here and I'm not making accusations, I'm supposing, it seemed that you were more concerned with the murdering cop than you were with the man who actually lost his life. Perfect segue. Could that be because it's being reported that after you and him had an altercation about this light bulb or painted light or whatever it was, at one area, you guys were at another area and he actually punched you in your face, and they have proof of that. Now that's what's being reported. Again, Trailhand is not making any accusations because I wasn't there. And so how the story is being told, and if you're new here, I will put the link to these articles that I'm about to cite in the pinned comment and description, Lord willing. So what one of those articles details is that, I guess because of this first call about alleged assault, that Johnny came out there, Officer Poole came out there, and whatever was being accused could not be substantiated, so he left. And then later on, they got another call to come to another area, and these two gentlemen had been involved in another altercation where the deceased, and I apologize that I can't remember his name right now, had actually punched this guy in the face. And that could be substantiated, and that's how this situation unfolded. Now, what they say is that Johnny was outside talking to the guy we seen at the end of this video. And then this gentleman who lost his life, he came outside, and that's when the altercation ensued. And I don't know, he was threatening. That's what they're accusing, that he was trying to get to the guy that they're saying he had already punched. And that's when you get to the officer pulling out his gun first his taser on Mr. Daniel Birch, and then we see what we see on the video. And again, you'll see more after my commentary, and it'll help you at least assess what happened here more. Now, y'all know I'm Trailhand Bill. If you're not new here, I don't do narratives. I try to be objective. I don't take somebody's side just because I don't like the person that's on the other side. I don't do none of that. And I definitely don't be trying to back the Johnnies. When I saw this video and I read the reports about what they are alleging happened, and I saw the video, I'm going to be honest, man. This is what came to my mind. Why in the hell did that young man go out there to die like that? Why did Mr. Daniel Birch go out there to die like that? I am again Trailhand Bill, y'all. There is no way in hell that I'm going to let anybody verbally, almost definitely threaten me while they're approaching me as well. So I was wondering, what am I supposed to say about this story? And finally, I said I will give my opinion on it, but ultimately I will leave it with you guys. What do I think the cop did wrong here that has his report, the officer that he's reporting to, his lead officer, I think it's the chief or the sheriff, saying that he cannot say with absoluteness that they did everything they should have done in this situation like he could say in the other ones? What did he do wrong? Well, I think a couple of things. I have no problem with the officer. It is his job to try to secure situations. It is his job to maintain his own personal safety. God-given, and he literally signed up for it. So I have no problem with that. Where do we get to the point where your gun needed to be drawn? Were you that terrified? That is the problem that we have with you guys. You are celebrated as heroes, but in situation after situation, time and time again, you show us that you are replete cowards. I don't understand where the gun had to come in as a professional law enforcement officer, trained law enforcement officer. Now, I'm going to keep it real, guys. If that's me, if that's you, and this man and this woman is walking up on you saying those things that cannot be ultimately deciphered as non-threatening, I don't got no problem with you choosing how to protect yourself. I'm not one to be trying to control nobody's damn life and tell them how they have to guard their life and liberty. But this ain't no regular person. This is a Johnny, trained professional, supposedly. Where you shot him at, big dog? The chest, the stomach, the upper body? Was that much of a threat being posed? Your ass couldn't aim for legs or nothing? Some unarming shots? 22 years they said you've been doing this. You didn't learn a damn thing. And that is my ultimate problem with not only Johnny's, but this situation. Their mind is always not trained on preserving life. That's what they need to put as part of their training protocol. Preserve life. I don't have a problem with him securing that situation. The dude, hey man, Mr. Birch, I'm sorry your ass dead. We all gonna be there one day. You, I think, should have guarded your life more securely and more thoughtfully. You are out there swiping at a murderous ass Johnny while he tasing you, and you swiping at him while he got his fully loaded weapon pointed at you, sir. You lost your damn mind. I don't want to give nobody an impression that his actions were okay. Don't play with your life like that unless you're ready to die, and then everybody needs to understand that that's what you wanted. They can still mourn and be remorseful. But if that's what you want for your life, that's what you want for your life. But if it's not what you want for your life, you need to be cognizant of what the hell is going on and who the hell you're dealing with when Johnny's are involved or when anybody's involved. You cannot be making those type of verbal and physical threats, whether they were high level or low level. He had the wherewithal. This is kind of what makes it even more hurtful to me, to pull out his camera and record. But he did not have the wherewithal to know, bro, unless you really ready for what can unfold here. Because he asked later, why did you do that? Maybe it was because of what you were doing. He didn't have the wherewithal not to be doing that, expecting what could possibly unfold. That just don't make me happy. It's heartbreaking. You got to know better than that. And if you want that, you shouldn't be surprised when it happened to be laying on the ground bleeding later saying, why did you do that? And I don't believe Johnny, but I got to say this, and it seems on course with how you acted in that video, Mr. Birch. They say your ass got a criminal history of doing things like this. You can read the print article, guys. The information will be there. I'm not saying it's true because somebody wrote it in there. I'm not saying it's true because he has the charges on his record. I'm saying, looking at how he behaved in this video and seeing what they're alleging, it makes sense. Some people don't get held accountable and it bites them in the ass ultimately. I'm thinking of another story about a well-regarded young rapper who found the same fate because he hadn't been held accountable throughout his life, and finally the rubber met the road and the rapper got the gun on his ass. What I think the officer did wrong again, you didn't have to be shooting to kill. You could have been shooting to secure if you really felt like your gun. I got to be honest, I'm not here to tell him he shouldn't have drawn his gun. If that man overpower him and get his gun, it could be bad for him. But at least, though, big dog, it don't look like you ever aimed at his lower extremities, which those shots can kill him. But at least try. That's what I got, man. I'm really sad that this story found my night. And that is selfish of me because the effect that it has on those more personally related is definitely more grievous than anything I'm feeling right now. I'm Trailhand Bill. I do not play with cops. If you've seen me police them live, this is why I do not talk to them. I do not try to get in their space and irritate them or agitate them or aggravate them, because I know at the end of the day they are murderers. I engage them to make sure Americans are safe. Nothing more, nothing less. And I think that's how we all should treat them, because they can do things that we can't and get away. This Johnny resigned later, October the 8th or 10th or somewhere in there. Again, you can read the print article yourself. He wasn't fired. He wasn't arrested. So for the sheriff or chief to stand up and say, hey, man, I can't say we did. Well, why his ass ain't in jail? Y'all be safe. Know your rights. Encourage your children to know their rights, and encourage your loved ones too as well. Be careful out here, man. Don't play with your life. I'm out. Yeah, either I predicted it or spoke it into existence, because I uploaded this video 3 different times trying to show you guys the extended video body cam footage of what happened here, and YouTube is doing what YouTube does. So I will, if you haven't and want to see that, make it my business to try to leave a link to that video in the pinned comment and description. Rest in peace, Mr. Birch, and all the names. Thank you if you made it this far. If you liked the video, feel free to hit that thumbs up button. I greatly appreciate it. If you care to go a little further than that, maybe even subscribe, hit the notification bell. Check out a few of the other videos on the channel. Either way, y'all be safe.